Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Time for another monthly reset. Just finished making my coffee, and today I need to go through some of my Notion things, so you all will see a little bit of that. Every month I have to update the books from my physical TBR that I read, since that was one of my goals. I need to keep track of that. I also need to make sure that my reading spreadsheets are up to date, and basically just going through and making sure that everything is where it needs to be. I feel like I have not been keeping up with it as much as I typically do, and because next month I'll have to do a goals check-in, I need everything to be up to date. I'm also trying to get most of my content for June filmed and scheduled. June is a very busy month for me. So this week, after Memorial Day, we have 3 identity-based graduation ceremonies happening back to back. And then the drag show, which I don't think I'm gonna go to this year, but I will be at all 3 of the ceremonies, and the ceremony that I run is on Wednesday. So that's gonna be a lot. And then June is just one thing after another. We have our first wedding this weekend as well, so wedding season is kicking off officially for me. I think next weekend is the only weekend that I don't have something going on. The week after that, I'll be at a conference. Then we have a wedding in DC, and then I will be going to Chicago with my friends. It's gonna be very busy, and so I need to get what I can done as early as possible so that I can have a pretty stress-free month despite how busy I'm going to be. So as far as upcoming content, looking at my iPad, and we have my wrap-up coming out on Saturday. Then I have a recommendation video coming out. I will be doing a tag that I saw one of my friends do, and then we have another round of characters that I want to square up with. I've been ripping through these lately because I've been reading so many shitty characters, and I hate that. I mean, it's good content, but it's so annoying. And then right before my next monthly reset, I will be doing another series check-in. I have 2 open slots for other content right now, and I think I just figured out what I want to do with one of them. So it might be that. I need to do my very last book and wine pairing video. And the reason that I haven't done it is because I haven't opened the last bottle of wine. So maybe I'll do that, and that'll just be one of the videos that goes up, and then maybe another tag or something else. I do have some things that are sort of like in the queue for me to film. I just typically, when I do like rec videos or even the character videos, I try to have 5, and I think for a lot of them I have 4, so I'm just like waiting for one more thing to pop up. So we'll see how that goes, but I will get started on going through my Notion, take y'all with me. I do need to do a little bit of meal prep later on, again, because it's going to be a very busy week, so I want to get what I can done as quickly as possible. So that's what we're going to do today. It is much later now, but I'm finally gonna do some meal prep. I have been very productive today, and this is why I think that Cafe Bustelo has drugs in it, because there's no reason that every time I drink it, especially on days when I'm home, like on the weekend, or if I'm working from home, I'm super fucking productive. I think it's drugs and I'm okay with that. But I'm gonna try to make this curry recipe that I found on YouTube. Hopefully it's good. I thought I didn't have curry powder. I did, but then I went to buy some and the only thing that I could find was spicy curry powder. So now I have both. Might use the spicy one, might use a mix of both depending on how spicy it is, but we'll see. I'm excited to try this recipe, and the recipe originally called for ground beef, which I don't have, so I'm gonna use ground chicken instead, which was also a suggestion, so should be fine. But I'm excited. I think I'm gonna make some brown rice also, and when I usually make rice, I usually mix in cauliflower rice too, just to add extra veggies, because trying to be healthy and whatnot. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Also, I've been reading and listening to Sword of Kagan. I have the ebook and the audiobook, and because I got the audio from Audible, it syncs up with ebook, which is really nice. But I'm actually really enjoying this. I am, I think, on chapter 11. I think that's right. And it's starting to get really good. Like, we have 2 perspectives currently. I'm pretty sure a 3rd one's gonna come in, maybe. And one of them I didn't really like. I only cared about the other one. Now we're starting to get a lot more from that POV, so I'm really excited about that. But this is pretty good. I'm buddy reading this with Robin and Dasha. I might be a little bit ahead of both of them at the moment, but I think they're gonna like it once they get to where I am. So that's another thing, but I'm gonna get ready to cook. Okay, curry is done and I'm starving. If you're interested, I will leave the video with the recipe in the description. It has 3 recipes in it and this is the very first one. Mine is a little less saucy because I used more potatoes, but it's pretty good and I'm really hungry, so I'm excited to eat, and then I'm gonna have to clean my kitchen again. Also, I ended up using half of the spicy curry powder and half of the regular one. I should have just used the spicy one because now it's not spicy enough, but it's fine. It's still good. I'm excited. This is a good, quick meal prep recipe. If anybody needs meal prep recipes, I am constantly trying new ones. So this has been a very productive day. My next video will probably be my May wrap up on Saturday. Let me know if you use Notion to organize your thoughts. I started using it at the beginning of the year and I love it. It's like my new favorite thing. So let me know if you use Notion. Let me know if you're a meal prepper. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.